The dealers are pretty. The contestants are fine. But that handsome MC is right down my line on Card Sharks. And here's the host of Card Sharks, Jim Perry.
Thank you very much.
I thank you and welcome to Card Sharks.
Nice to have you here. Charlie O'Donnell, thank you, filling in for Gene Wood this week. Gee, that's very nice. What does she mean by that, right down my line instead of right up my line? Thank you, Myrtle Maxwell. That's very kind of you. From Pequot, Ohio, watching on WKEF Channel 2022. Thank you. Now let's open the board and get to the cards. Janice and Lois will deal them out. We'll meet our card sharks. H.K. Graham, our champion. Nice to see you again, H.K. Now, you've been doing very well with us. We found out about you that you used to have a card parlor and...
No, it was a billiard parlor.
Billiard parlor.
That's right.
That's right.
The cards were just a little thing to...
Little thing in the
sociable
back.
for the older
You've
men.
done very well. You've won almost $2,000 here. Any idea what you might do with the money?
Well, as I told you before, I have been considering perhaps opening a nice little sociable place out here in California, just for our senior citizens.
Ah, a little billiard parlor for seniors?
Yeah, that's right. You know, you got to get some
They
exercise.
do get a here in Burbank. That's terrific.
Oh, yes.
$1,975, HK is one. And our challenger is Janet Habib. Hi, Janet. Nice to see you again.
Thanks,
And again, a reminder about you.
My name's Janet Habib, and I live in Dana Point. I'm a flight attendant, and I just got back from Hawaii, and I enjoyed the weather. It was lovely.
Yeah, it's even warmer there than here, right?
Yeah, it rains sometimes there, though.
Pretty place. I've never been there. I'd like to go there. I
Oh,
understand
it's
very
gorgeous.
lovely.
It's like Fantasyland.
Nice to have you back. You cut the cards at the beginning of the
Yes, we
match,
did.
yes? We're going to pick up where we left off, and as we play the best 2 out of 3, we left off with sudden death staring us in the face. Someone has to win game 1 on this play of the cards. Looking at the board, HK up the middle now with an 8, but he needs only 3 cards. Janet with a great base card, an ace, but she needs 4. And as we left off, the question goes to Janet.
Okay.
And Janet, we asked 100 men, have you ever lied to get a job? How many men admitted they have lied to get a job?
I think there's going to be a lot of men out there that have lied to get somewhere where they want. Actually, you can bluff your way through whatever you really want, so I think it's going to be really high. I believe it's going to be probably 86.
86 out of 100 men have lied to get a job. Higher or lower, HK?
Well, I have to agree with her logic. You do have to, well, let's not say lie, but shade the truth a little bit. But in today's marketplace, jobs are, the competition is so really great that if the job is worthwhile, they may do some checking. And therefore, even though you might want to lie a little, I don't think all men would, and that's a high number. I'm going to take a chance and go a little lower.
A little lower. If it's lower, you'll have control in sudden death. If not, it'll be Janet. Anytime you can hit the answer right on the head, it's a $500 bonus.
Okay.
The actual number of men who have told a lie to get a job is 36. HK is right. And probably right with his logic. That's right, thinking that they may want to check up on you.
I am still going to play
You
the
can play
gentleman.
it, or you can pass it.
I'm going to play the gentleman, even with the ace. Go ahead, Joe.
Having
I'm
some
the
time to
lucky
think
one,
about it, he knew exactly what he wanted to do. He got control. He's going to pass it. Starting with the ace, Janet, you need all
Lower.
4 cards.
Lower.
There's an ace.
Come on.
It is lower with a king.
Lower.
Lower
Come
than a
on.
king, a 5. Halfway
Higher.
there.
Hopefully it's
Higher.
higher.
than a 5. And HK wins game 1 as he got control in sudden death. Well, you got a good roll there, Janet, but you had too far to go. So it is game 1 to the champion, and we will set up for game 2 with the same 2 decks of cards. Janice will deal out the next cards off the top of the deck. We'll start game 2 with you, HK. HK, we asked 100 senior citizen women, if the birth control pill had been around in the days you first got married, would you have fewer children than you do today? How many senior citizen women said yes? If the birth control pill had been around years ago, they would have fewer children.
Well, senior citizen women have gone through it all, and I don't think, even today, that most senior citizen women are in favor of that birth control pill. So I don't think too many of them would have changed their way of life. I would say 33.
33 out of 100. If the pill had been around, they would have had fewer children. What do you think,
I
Janet?
believe those senior citizen women, if they would have had a choice to stop those babies coming, they would have done it. I believe it's going to be a lot higher.
You say higher?
Yes.
The actual number of senior citizen women who said if the birth control pill had been around years ago, they would have had fewer children is 25. HK is tries again. Bert probably figured that one out very well and starts with a jack.
We'll try lower.
Playing it lower. It's a 7.
Freeze.
Taking the one-card advantage, we'll move over the freeze bar to protect that position. Question 2 will be coming at you in a moment. Game 1 of the champion. We're in the middle of game 2. HK needs 3 cards. Janet has yet to uncover a card. We pick up with a question to Janet. It is a fact that if... Oh, you are a flight attendant, right?
Yes, I am.
Listen to this. You may not be aware of this. It is a fact that if a U.S. official wants to fly but is too fat to sit in tourist class, the government will pay for him to go first class. Did you know that?
I believe it was
It's a fact.
it's true.
Yeah. So we asked 100 people, do you approve of fat bureaucrats using your tax money to fly first class? Do you approve of that, gang?
No.
See that? How many people do approve of fat bureaucrats using... What a terminology, fat bureaucrat. How many people approve of fat bureaucrats using their tax money to fly first class?
I don't approve. I believe not too many people would approve. We'd have to give them those little seat extensions for their there, but
Oh, you got that too?
we sure do.
Seat extensions. I didn't
Seat
know
extensions,
that.
yes. I believe it's going to be very, very low, that they're not going to approve. I believe it's going to be probably 32.
32 out of 100 approve of fat bureaucrats flying first
You know,
class.
I just learned something about seat extensions. I didn't know that. You figure a fat bureaucrat might need a whole bench, though. So I don't think the taxpayers want to pay one dime more, whether they're fat, skinny, or otherwise. Lower.
Lower than that.
And you're
A
probably...
lot of agreement from the audience. The actual number of people who approve of fat bureaucrats using their tax money to fly first class is 11. Very much lower. Just 11, that's all.
Oh, we're going to
HK,
change
you got a
that
7.
7.
And now he wins the question. He can change it in a great change.
Higher!
Higher than a 2 with king. Lower than a king and 8. Second time a great card has failed HK. Janet doesn't mind at all. She gets a free chance at a 9.
Lower.
Lower, she says. It is a 2.
Higher, higher.
Higher than a 2. A 5.
Higher.
Risking it higher. An 8. Right over the floor. Yes. Janet ties it up. Well. A king failed you, HK. Now we have a tie. Each player 1 game and $100. We set up for the tiebreaker. 3 cards up there. 3 questions here. HK, we asked 100 psychiatrists. Generally speaking, are some people just incapable of loving another person? How many psychiatrists said yes? Some people are just incapable of loving another person.
Yes, I think psychiatrists would be the type that would be able to come to a decision on something like that. And I think by exploring all of their ins and outs and psyches, whatever they are, I think most of them would agree that being incapable of loving someone doesn't make you bad or
Not a
good
bad person, right?
But you just can't love some people, like some mother-in-laws, you know? So anyhow, I think that would be a high number. I would say about 68.
68 out of 100 psychiatrists said there are people who are just incapable of loving another person.
I don't believe that. I believe love is the spice of life, and I think everybody can fall in love, so I think it's going to be a lot lower.
Lot lower.
Yes.
Janet is a romantic. Let's find out if her romanticism pays off right now. The actual number of psychiatrists who said some people are just incapable of loving another person is 97, not lower, very much higher. Yeah, unfortunately, there are people like that, and HK gets a big break. He starts the tiebreaker with a queen.
Lower!
Lower than a queen, a 3! For the championship! HK wins it! Oh, Janet! I don't know if you can hear that. HK said, I hate to lose you. You're so lovely. You are indeed lovely. And you did win $100. So that'll help you go back. Because you don't pay that much. You can go back to Hawaii with that, right? Thank you for joining us. We have some nice partying yet. Janet Habib. Thank you, Janet. HK Graham, come on down here with me. HK adds another $200. And are we going right on now with the money cards with HK? Yes? Or are we going to the commercial? We'll be right back after this commercial break. HK, you cut the money card?
Yes, I did.
Let's get over and play them right now. Come on. Tough battle. Let's top it off with some good money cards. That's some bad luck the last time. Let's make up for it right now as we give you $200 of new money. That's all right. It was not seen, so you can put it up. Good, good. It was not visible. Okay. $200 and these 3 cards on the bottom line. Up to the second level, we add another $200 and 3 more cards. Your minimum bets are $50 till you get to the top card, the big bet, where you must risk at least half the money. And here you're on your own, so you don't lose with a double. We carry it over for you. Good luck. Here's $200. And you can change the base card on each level if you need to. Thank you, Lois. We'll start HK with 200 and a 6.
Change that card.
You can only change it once. You must play this one. Oh, 10. All right, kind of a tricky card.
100 lower.
$100, half of it. This card is lower than a 10. Yes, with a 9, just lower.
100 lower.
Oh, and a near middle card. He says 100. Is he right? Yes, with a 5. 400. 400 and a 5.
200 higher.
Ooh, half of it on a 5. This will be 600 if this is higher. Yes, it is. Ooh, took a chance and it paid off. We'll move up the jack and give you the other 200. You have $800. Do you want the jack?
Let's go 200 lower.
Going to play the jack. 200 lower.
Oh, baby! All of it higher.
Trying for $2,000 higher. Yeah, king.
Oh, not that one. I don't want it, kid.
He has bad luck with kings. Come on now.
All of it lower.
Twice a king has failed him. Let's not have it 3 times. This is $4,000 if this card is lower. Yeah! And now, the equivalent of the king on the other end goes up with $4,000. You have a 3.
I'm going to go 3 under 3. 3,000 higher.
$3,000. If this card is higher, he is $7,000 richer. Is it higher? Yes! For $7 grand. All right. All right. You did indeed make up for it. Nice job. You know, $9,175.
Jimmy, you want to play some billiards?
You're doing good. We'll be right back right after this. Two brand new decks of cards and a new challenger on Card Sharks. Jane Bannister. Hello, Jane. Welcome. Nice to have you here. Why don't you tell us about you?
Okay, my name is Jane Bannister, and I'm originally from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. I now live in Newbury Park, California, with my husband and my 2 sons. And we're all very much involved with soccer, and I love to play racquetball, and I'm very happy to be here.
Well, that's nice. You're a real athletic person there, huh? Nice to have you here. You cut your cards?
Yes, I did.
And good luck, Jane. We
Thank
will
you.
start the best 2 out of 3 with a question to HK. Now, this may be the most ridiculous question we've ever asked. I doubt it. We've asked a few, as a matter of fact. But this is based on a true story. It's absolutely true. A married woman in Singapore recently had to get a court order to stop her mother-in-law from sleeping under their bed. True. So, naturally, we asked 100 single women, would you marry the man of your dreams if he insisted on having his mother sleep under the bed? How many women would marry the man of their dreams, even if he insisted his mom sleeps under the bed?
Well, you didn't ask this question in Singapore, I would assume.
No, but it really happened.
It really happened. Well, I don't think a woman would appreciate having a mother-in-law sleeping either in the bed, over it, or under it. Her best place is to be at least 3,000 miles away. So I don't think
But how
there are
many
going to be
would?
too many
Man of
women
their
who would,
dreams.
even if it's a man of his dreams, it'll turn out to be a nightmare. I would say 17.
17 out of 100 would marry the man of their dreams if his mother was going to sleep under the bed.
Okay, well, the man of my dreams is Robert Redford. But there's no way I'm going to get Robert Redford. But if his mother came with Robert Redford, there's no way that I would take him. My mother-in-law is lovely, but I don't want her under my
forget
bed.
it. Stay home. Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to say that number is even lower than that.
Even lower than
yes. Definitely.
Funny situation. The actual number of single women who would marry the man of their dreams, even if he insisted his mother sleep under the bed, is 12. It is.
Okay.
I figured figured it out. Those 12 were counting on bunk beds. Jane, you start off the match with a 2.
All right, good card. Higher.
Higher than a 2, a jack.
Lower.
Lower than a jack, a 7.
Freeze.
Challenger gets off to a great start. Question 2 to Jane.
Okay.
Jane, we found 100 women who are keeping a man. And we asked them, if you had him under the bed... No, that wasn't good. I'm sorry. 100 women who are keeping a man. And we asked them, if you caught your man cheating on you, would you cut him off without a cent? How many women keeping a man said if they caught their man cheating, they would cut him off without a cent?
Well, I think personally, I'm too proud to keep a man. But if I did...
If Robert Redford...
Well, let me think about that. No.
Okay.
No, not even Robert Redford. I think that most women, if they're keeping a man and they're paying for it, they want him all to themselves. So I'm going to say that that number is very low.
How many, if they caught him cheating, would cut him off without a cent?
Very high. Excuse me. I'd say 90 women.
90 out of 100 said they'd cut him off without a cent.
Well, I have to appreciate her logic. You know, a woman scorned. But I am going to take another course on this. A woman who would keep a man apparently can't get too many on her own. So, I think she might...
You're taking a course to really get you a lot of friends.
trouble with
HK,
her.
yes.
I feel that some women might want to get a little explanation and not give him up too fast. 90 is a big number. I'm going to have to go lower.
A little lower than that. Okay. Well, the actual number of women keeping a man who, if they caught their man cheating, would cut him off without a cent is 68. HK is right. It is lower. They may want to hang on to the bum. HK starts this game with a 4.
Higher!
Higher than a 4. A jack.
Lower!
Risking it lower. No. Lower. And this time it is the challenger, Jane, with a free chance to call off the 7.
Okay, I'm going to go higher.
Higher than a 7. An 8.
Lower.
Oh, she's going to risk that middle card. Is it lower? She had a feeling and wins game 1 on a middle card. Well, gutsy move paid off. Game 1 to the challenger. Same 2 decks of cards. It looked like you just had a feeling about that.
I just had to go with my instinct.
So we have same 2 decks. HK, now you're trailing, and we start with you. HK, we asked 100 New York City policemen. Where do you see more violence? On the streets of New York or on television? How many policemen said they see more violence on television?
A lot of New York policemen are friends of mine. And, you know, they're used to seeing a lot of violence on the streets. But their violence on the streets, I don't think, compares to some of the violence that they see on television today.
How many say they see more violence on television?
The question is how many they see more violence on television than on the streets of New York.
On television.
I would go 52.
52 out of 100 policemen said they see more violence on television, Jane.
Well, I feel there is too much violence on television, and I think policemen would feel the same way, too, so I'm going to say it's even higher than that.
Even higher than that?
Yes.
That really is the crux of the question. We're talking about the violence on television. We asked policemen about it, 52 and higher. The actual number of policemen who see more violence on television is 53 by 1. It is higher. Jane starts off this game with a 10.
Oh, change that card.
And the 10 becomes an 8.
Oh, lower.
Lower than the ace, a queen.
Lower.
Lower than a queen. No, king is not lower. And HK with a free chance in this game with a 3.
Higher!
Higher than a 3, a 4.
Higher!
Higher than a 4, an 8. And HK is halfway across the board to tie up the match. We'll be right back right after this.
Are you a homeowner?